Hi friends, in today's video, I'm going to tell you the story of a girl who rents a house and discovers a dark secret within. So sit back and get comfortable because in this video, I'm going to tell you about.
Welcome to Random Recaps. In this video, I'm going to recap the movie.
A girl named Tess Marshall arrives at a house she has booked on Airbnb in Brightmoor, Detroit. When she opens the key box, she realizes it's not there. Since she can't get in, she goes back to her car and notices that there's someone inside the house. She rings the doorbell, and a guy named Keith opens it for her. He tells her that he has also booked the house.
You're fucking kidding.
Since he sees that Tess has nowhere to stay, he invites her in to see if they can solve the problem. Since she doesn't trust him, she asks for proof that he also booked the house. After seeing the proof, Tess decides to go look for another place to stay. Keith offers for her to stay since the neighborhood isn't very safe. She accepts and stays to look for a room to stay in. When she calls a hotel, she doesn't find a room, and Keith tells her that it could be because there's a medical convention in the city, so maybe there are no rooms available.
I don't believe you.
Because of that, Keith offers for her to stay until tomorrow and gives her the bedroom so she can sleep in it while he sleeps on the couch. The guy, although he is very kind, she is cautious and doesn't fully trust him. So when she sees his wallet in the room, she takes a photo of his ID just in case. After taking a shower, Keith offers her wine trying to make her feel comfortable, but Tess doesn't accept. While he drinks the wine alone, the two start talking. Tess tells him that she came to the city for a job interview. The more they talked, the more Tess starts to warm up to Keith and begins to notice that he's not a strange guy, to the point that she starts drinking wine with him, and they spend the night getting to know each other.
Good night, Tess.
Good night, Keith.
But when they're about to go to sleep, Tess hears the door to her room open.
What the hell was that?
When she goes out to the living room, she finds Keith having nightmares, while behind her, it seems like someone entered the basement. She wakes Keith up.
The fuck?
Tess apologizes and asks him if he opened the door.
No.
The next day, before going to her job interview, she finds a note from Keith telling her that he had to leave and asks her to leave the key for him. While going to her interview, she realizes that the neighborhood is completely desolate. After finishing her interview, Catherine, her interviewer, asks her where she's staying.
It's in, Brightmoor.
She warns her to be careful, since that place isn't very safe. But because she likes Keith, she doesn't pay much attention to it and goes back to the house. Although when she arrives, a strange guy starts chasing her, telling her to get out of the house.
Come out that house!
No way!
Come out that house!
She calls the police, but the police don't pay attention to her, so she stays there waiting for Keith to come. She realizes that there's no toilet paper, so she goes down to the basement to look for it. But when she does, she gets locked in and realizes that she left her phone upstairs and that she has the front door key. While looking for a way out, she finds a rope on the wall. When she pulls it, a secret door opens.
Nope.
She decides not to go in at first, but out of curiosity, she tries to shine a light down the hallway to see what's there. As she ventures in, she finds another door that leads her to a room with a camera, a stained mattress, a bucket, and a bloody handprint.
Weird.
Terrified, Tess leaves the room, and just at that moment, Keith arrives. He helps her get out, while a desperate Tess explains what she found. At first, Keith doesn't think it's a big deal.
Okay, it doesn't sound that weird.
But seeing how scared Tess is, he decides to go down to see what she found. Tess asks him if he already saw it. Keith replies yes, but then he doesn't say anything more.
Keith!
Tess realizes that the door is about to close on its own again. So this time she takes precautions and goes down to look for Keith. She doesn't find him in the room, but she does find another door that leads to a secret tunnel. She hears Keith asking for help. So although scared, she goes down to look for him. Coming across cages, she suddenly finds Keith saying that something bit him. Tess grabs him to get out, but a scared Keith tells her that they're not alone and tries to tell Tess that they have to get out the other way. until a naked and deformed woman appears to attack him.
Run, bitch! Run!
The owner of the house is a Hollywood actor named AJ, whom his managers inform that he was fired from a television series after rape accusations.
FBI, open up!
With the growing legal costs, his accountant tells him that he's about to go bankrupt unless he sells one of his properties. Because of that, he travels to Detroit to inspect the house before putting it on the market. He notifies his manager, who gets angry for having left the state since that makes him look more guilty. When he arrives at the house, he realizes that someone has been there, but he doesn't find anyone. He doesn't pay much attention to it and visits his friend, whom he assures that the accusations are false.
No, like, I mean, was she like, did she say no?
I mean,
like, no, stop?
At first, but...
When he returns to his house drunk, he calls the woman who accuses him to apologize to her. The next day, he searches through Tess's things to find out who stayed in his house, but he doesn't find anything that helps him. After that, he hears something in the basement. When he hears another sound, he thinks there's someone down there, so he threatens them. Since no one answers, he prepares and goes down to the basement, coming across the secret hallway that he didn't even know existed, which excites him, thinking that this will help increase the value of his house. He goes back down to measure the square footage of the secret room, realizing that there's a tunnel to go down.
Oh, shit.
So he starts measuring it, excited by how big the place looks. While measuring the tunnel, AJ finds a room with a TV that has a tutorial on how to breastfeed a child playing. Suddenly, he hears that someone is nearby, so he gets scared and runs out. The flashlight starts flickering, and he is attacked by the naked woman. Terrified, AJ runs until he falls into a well where he finds Tess, and you'll wonder, but if AJ didn't know about the tunnel, then whose house is it originally? Well, we have to go back to 1982, where we meet Frank, the original owner of the house. He goes to the store looking for supplies for a home birth. When he leaves the store, he starts following a woman to her house. And when he realizes she's alone, he disguises himself as a plumber to enter her house and close the window in her bathroom. When he returns to his house, he runs into his neighbor, who tells him that he's preparing everything to leave the neighborhood, since others will do the same.
Neighborhood's going to hell, Frank.
Although Frank plans to live there forever. When he enters his house, he heads to the basement where the scream of a woman can be heard. In the present, Tess asks AJ not to get upset so as not to have problems with the naked woman, who tries to give them milk as if they were babies. Tess drinks it so as not to provoke the woman and asks AJ to do the same. But since he doesn't want to, the woman gets angry and decides to drag him to her room to breastfeed him by force,
Disgusting.
leaving the well free, which Tess takes advantage of to escape. But when she tries to do it, she makes noise, alerting the woman. Even so, Tess runs as fast as she can until she manages to escape through the basement window with the help of Andre, the strange guy who was warning her not to enter the house. Tess tells him that someone else is trapped and asks him to help her save him. But Andre tells her that there's no escape for him, and there won't be for her either if she doesn't leave the house, since the woman comes out at night and will surely look for her. Meanwhile, AJ takes advantage of the woman being distracted to escape too, but he ends up getting lost, coming across a room that the woman is afraid to enter. He decides to enter and finds an elderly Frank bedridden in a bed. Meanwhile, Tess finds a gas station and asks for a phone to call the police and tell them that she has been a victim of kidnapping and tries to ask for help to save AJ. Going back to AJ, he tells Frank that he will find a way out to bring the police and help him. Talking about the police, they finally pay attention to Tess and go to the house to see what's happening. But since they don't see anything noteworthy, they think Tess is just a drug addict wasting their time, so they leave. Meanwhile, AJ finds VHS tapes of Frank that show that this guy is a psychopath who kidnapped and raped women.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. You tell me.
Upon seeing the videos, AJ is traumatized and realizes that Frank pulled out a revolver to shoot himself.
No, wait!
Meanwhile, Tess goes back into the house just to grab her car keys and leave. But at that moment, the woman comes out to attack her. Tess takes advantage and runs her over. Believing she killed her, she goes back to the basement looking for AJ. AJ grabs the revolver and goes back to the tunnel to try to escape, coming across Tess, whom he shoots by mistake.
Hello.
Come on, man.
But don't worry, she's alive.
She's alive!
AJ grabs her and takes her out of the house, realizing that the woman isn't there. Since they have nowhere to go, Tess takes AJ to Andre's place to take refuge. AJ asks Andre who that woman is. He comments that that woman is Frank's daughter, who have lived there all their lives. The woman is the product of multi-generational incest that Frank had with the daughters of his victims.
And you make a copy of a copy of a copy, and you end up with something like that.
Right to jail, right away.
AJ wants to take Tess to a hospital, but Andre tells him that it's not safe outside, so he suggests they wait in his hideout until tomorrow to take her to the city. Andre assures them that the woman won't enter his home, but I wouldn't count on that. The woman rips off his arm and starts beating him. Tess and AJ, trying to escape, climb up to a water tower where, out of nerves, AJ loses the gun.
Are you stupid or something?
To save themselves, AJ throws Tess off the tower. The woman jumps after her and protects her from the fall. AJ comes down and apologizes to Tess. At that moment, the woman gets up to crush AJ's skull. The woman, seeing Tess injured, tries to help her and console her. Tess takes advantage and grabs the revolver to shoot her, thus managing to be the only one who could be saved. And that is how the movie ends. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more horror stories. See you next time.